Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back to Steel Mountain Moto.
Steel Mountain Moto? Maybe we should call this Snow Mountain Moto.
And because we got 10 centimeters.
That is because we.
One more time.
Okay kids, so first things first, we're going to talk about fuel stabilizer. Fuel stabilizer is going to stabilize your fuel.
It'd be cool if we could animate snow on the logo. Get Aries.
Wouldn't that be cool? Welcome back everybody. We're back here at Steel Mountain Moto.
Or should we be called Snow Mountain Moto?
Snow Mountain Moto? I think that's not a bad name at this point.
And that's because we got about 10 centimeters of snow over the couple of days that just passed.
Yeah. Centimeters, how many inches is that?
Too many for my liking.
Yeah, it's too many. It's too many to ride a bike. So we knew the snow was coming, sort of. It was kind of thrown at us. So I quickly ran over to Marcus's place a couple days ago. I grabbed his bike. We got it over here. He was at work for the day. I was off. The garage was not ready to have two bikes in here to be winterized and be put away for the winter. So
we scrambled. We jumbled around like everything.
We just ripped everything apart, put it all back together. And this snow's really kind of backed us into a corner.
Literally.
Quite literally, we're backed into a corner. So, a lot of folks just think that we need to find a place for our bike to be parked for the winter months.
That's it. Park it and you're done. But that's wrong.
That's really wrong. You really need to take care of your baby while she's tucked away for the winter months. We need a place to park it, and we got a few things that we got to take you through on what you need to do to keep your bike fresh and ready for that spring riding weather.
So let's get to it.
Let's show you what it's all about.
I know. None of us want to admit defeat.
Yeah, bro, but it's not about defeat. It's about ensuring that we don't have any rust spots or damage on our bike. It's making sure that our battery is going to start up the first time we turn this thing over in the spring, and we're ready to ride when all of our friends are. And we're going to make sure we got a good battery, good gas, and make sure that we have no problems when we start in the spring. So this doesn't have to be the end of your motorcycle over the winter months. This is a great time to plan, order your parts, plan what you want to do for paint, plan what you want to do for next year for different parts, maybe even order them over the winter months and do your work. It's a great time to get all that stuff done in the downtime, in the off season, and that's also when you're going to be able to get your parts the quickest.
But I'll tell you what we're going to be doing over the winter. Aside from ordering mods, we're probably going to be drinking coffee, cracking open a couple cold ones, but most importantly, we're going to be planning our next rides for next season.
Okay guys, first things first, what we're going to talk about is fuel stabilizer, okay? You can purchase this at any auto parts store. You can buy it online from our Amazon affiliate. Not a bad idea, but it's going to do three different things. One, it's going to stop the oxidization of your fuel. Two, it's going to stop ethanol from absorbing water that's through the air, the condensation that's in the tank or what have you. And it's also going to keep the fuel's volatility level high, its explosiveness. So when you start the bike up in the spring, it's going to rip through and burn like it needs to. So we have this handy dandy little container here. You're going to see what we want to do is we want to take the top off just the small little guy, and we're going to push on the bottle, and it's going to fill up for a 5-gallon tank, which is roughly 18 liters. We're going to need 60 millimeters if you're here in Canada, or if you're one of our friends in the US, you're going to need 2 fluid ounces. You're going to pour that directly into a full tank of fuel. Not empty, not half full, not 3/4, a full tank. Pour that in. Less air in the tank means less condensation, less things can go wrong. Fill it up, top yourself up, and then run the motorcycle for 5 minutes to get it to run through the lines. That's going to keep your fuel safe.
Now that we've stabilized the fuel, let's stabilize the bike. So the goal here is to get it upright. This maximizes the amount of space that you have in your storage area. It also helps mitigate all the risks. So you have the risk of falling over, the risk of people bumping into it, falling on it, dropping things on it. So let's get to it.
Okay guys, so there's a number of ways that you can get your bike upright. You saw Marcus using our center stand here, but we use that center stand here at Steel Mountain Moto Garage in conjunction with the lift whenever we're doing any different modifications on the other bikes that we're working on. So we're going to utilize that throughout the winter months to do different things to different bikes. But we do have a spare front tire chock. So I'm going to slide this in because Marcus has got me up high enough. I'm going to slide this in. It's going to cradle our front wheel and tire assembly, and that's going to make sure that our bike is going to stand up for the winter months. So after we get everything into the chock, we're just going to throw a couple of straps on to ensure our bike is securely fastened to the chock and it's going nowhere. So just jacked up the back tire, got it up off the ground because I wanted to put a little bit of foam in underneath the tire. This is a cold garage. It's heated sometimes while we're in here, while we're having our hot chocolate and coffee, talking about what we're going to do next year. But most of the time it's pretty cold. So little piece of foam underneath the back tire. It's just going to ensure that we don't have any flat spotting, or at least minimize our flat spotting.
So next we got to get into our side cover here. So the way to do that on at least the bagger is you got to take off one of the bags.
Here Marcus, I'll grab that from you.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Bag's off. Side cover should just pop out quite easily. Give it a little bit of love, but not too much. And there she is. So we're going to plug right into this.
So as Marcus mentioned, we're going to go directly into our Harley-Davidson SAE plug here. That's a direct connect right to your 12-volt battery. Now what we like to use here on the Motorcycle Garage is a Noco Genius 2. This is a 2000 milliamp service direct to your bike right out of your wall outlet. The cool thing is, when you purchase this, it comes with alligator clamps. We're not going to use this right now, but they are great to have as a spare if you need to charge a car battery, a lawnmower battery, whatever you need to charge. But you get yourself the Noco GC009, which is the X-Connect to SAE. That looks like this little guy here. It is fused in line. We're going to plug this directly in, and then this guy right into our bike. It's going to maintain our battery throughout the winter months. We plug directly into the wall. Got a nice clean startup in the spring.
All right, last two steps. We're going to wipe this down. We like to use Adam's graphene detail spray because we have our bikes graphene coated. So you're going to wipe down all the excess dirt, the grime, the dust, and then get it covered.
I guess that's it.
We're done. We are winterized.
We are winterized. We have taken you through all the tips and tricks that we feel necessary to make sure that your bike is going to fire right up when your buddy gives you a call in the spring and says, let's ride.
But if you think that there's something that we've missed, let us know down below in the comments.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from our audience and hear what you guys do to your motorcycles to make sure that it's ready for the spring.
In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and
hit that bell. It'll notify you when new content comes your way.
Otherwise, that's a wrap.
Not quite. We've got one more bike to do.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Peace.